A very warm welcome to the Perth Hockey Stadium here at Curtin University and what is a glorious autumn afternoon for what has become the traditional Anzac fixture between Vic Park and Wasps. Well, we've already seen the ladies in action in the Women's Premier 1. Vic Park running out 3-0 victors. Now it's the turn of the men, with the action set to get underway very shortly indeed. Well, your regular commentator, Ashley Morrison, can't be with us today as he's in Auckland commentating on the FIH Pro League match between New Zealand and Australia. So I'm Michael Holland. I'm stepping into his shoes and I'm very much looking forward to sharing the action with you. So the action is set to get underway at 4:30, but in the lead up to today's game we caught up with Vic Park captain Brodie Sarr, who spoke about the preparation for today's big game and their hopes of picking up the win.
Well, Brodie, it's another Anzac Day game, and in 2012 it was your father Peter who actually approached the Royal Australian Artillery Historical Society requesting a donation of an artefact for a trophy, and it's now become a really major game between yourselves and Wasps. So how much pride do you take in the fact that your dad was one of the guys who got this game to be what it is today?
It is very special. My only thing that I do regret is we've never won it, so it'd be nice to change that this year. But yeah, it's something we all look forward to. And obviously, we generally get a pretty decent crowd because it's the only game on the. I think there's one other, Reds and Freo. But yeah, it's pretty special. I'd say that. So.
And is it a different game to play in? Like, is there a different atmosphere for you as a player because it's on such a special day?
It is different, and the preparation's different because we go through the ode and all that. So it's a bit different for us players because it's not just tunnel to warm up to play. We kind of a bit of a different structure. So yeah, it does build it up a bit more than the regular game. So.
Is it therefore a difficult game for maybe some of the younger players to keep their focus when you've had the team talk in the dressing room, then you have obviously the official ceremonies?
I'd definitely say so, but yeah, again, I think we've done all right, but we obviously haven't won them, so we haven't done that well. So it could be something we could look at this year, I guess.
Well, 2019, is it going to be the year? Can we see you getting a victory today?
Oh, I'd love to say yes, but yeah, we'll have to wait and see.
Well, Brodie, thanks very much, and thanks for your dad for making this such a special game.
No worries, thank you. Cheers.
Well, both sides just going through their final warm-ups before the action does get underway, but that gives us a chance to look at the two teams. And of course, as we've mentioned, the Kookaburras are in action in the FIH Pro League today, so that means a couple of players are not involved. For Vic Park, Matthew Dawson and Jacob Wetton are away on international duty. So to look at the key players, Jason Gabriel, Sasha Thomas, Phil Hulbert. We've just seen or heard the captain Brodie Sarr in that interview. He's expected to be a key player today, as is Ian Bircher and James Collins. Well, a big boost for Wasps, if you like, is the fact that Kookaburra Matthew Swan is not playing in that game against New Zealand, so he will figure for Wasps this afternoon, and you would think that he'd be fired up to have a cracker of a game this afternoon. No Trent Mitten, no, he's away with Australia. Other players to look out for Wasps: Murray McIntyre, Daniel Rainey, Cale Walsh, Bryn DeBess, and Matthew Swan we've just mentioned, along with Duncan Pearce. Lewis Barrett, he's back from representing the national, the WA state team in the national, so he'll be looking to impress. So those are the lineups for you, and as I say, both teams just going through their final warm-ups, and we will soon be underway here. Well, if you can cast your minds back 12 months, Wasps ran out 5-0 winners in the corresponding fixture. We mentioned there'll be no Trent Mitten this afternoon, and that's probably a good thing as far as Vic Park are concerned, because Trent Mitten got a brace in that game 12 months ago. Other goal scorers, Murray McIntyre, Duncan Pearce and Paul Robertson, they all feature today. So, like we say, no Trent Mitten, but certainly plenty of quality in that side. Vic Park have yet to defeat Wasps since the Anzac Day fixture began. Of course, Brodie Sarr did touch on that in his interview. Can they finally break that losing sequence in 2019? Well, we'll find out shortly as the action is due to get underway. Well, both sides have played a few rounds so far in this season. We watched the ladies earlier get their campaigns underway. But for the men, they've had a couple of games. Vic Park, they've won 1, drawn 2 of their opening 3. They're currently 6th on the ladder, just 1 point behind today's opposition, Wasps, kicking off the season with a 6-1 victory against Hale. Then there was a 2-2 draw against the Reds. All the Quinians came back at the death to rescue a point. You may have seen that here on our live stream. And Curtin Uni 1, Vic Park 1 was the third game that Vic Park have played in so far this season. For Wasps, well, they've won 2 and lost 1 of their opening 3 games, sitting 4th on the ladder on 6 points. Just 3 behind leaders Fremantle, who are also in action this afternoon when they take on the Reds. Fremantle setting the early pace, having won all 3 of their opening games. But they'll be facing the Reds and looking to keep that run going this afternoon also. So Wasps started off with 7-3 defeat against Melville, but have improved since then, beating Old Guildford 11-2. And then NC Raiders 6-0. So scoring 17 goals in their last 2 games. You'd like to think that we could have a potentially high-scoring affair in this game this afternoon. So just running through the final warm-ups again, and then we will be underway. And certainly we're hoping for a cracker of a game this afternoon in what we think is Australia's best hockey league. Just tell you who the umpires are this afternoon. We've got Daniel Johnston and Dan Manda, so they'll be officiating for us in this fixture. As the Vic Park team just getting their final words of wisdom from coach Jason Butcher, team manager Rob Idle, just down in a huddle just below us at the moment, as the Wasp players have been called over to the bench, where coach Dean Evans and team manager John DeBess will have words with the players, final instructions before they go out onto the field. So a bit of history behind this Anzac Day fixture, which has now become a tradition. Of course, we did hear Brodie Sarr talking about his father and the significance there. Well, it was in April, early April 2012, where Brodie's father Peter Sarr of the Vic Park Panthers approached the Royal Australian Artillery Historical Society of WA requesting a donation of an artefact of World War I significance which could be mounted to serve as a perpetual trophy for the event. They donated an 18-pounder cartridge case, which was struck in 1916, and this now forms the centrepiece of a magnificent trophy constructed of Jarrah timber, reclaimed from the old East Fremantle Football Club rooms. Well, the Society's donation was warmly received by both clubs, and advertising material for both the tunnels and Project 2013 were on prominent display throughout the event. We're looking at the first game between the two sides. Well, Wasps, as we know, have dominated this Anzac Day fixture, and they certainly had a sting in their tail after half-time in that opening fixture, going on to win 4-2, winning the debut trophy. Phil Rowson, who was representing the Historical Society, attended to award the trophy to Wasps captain Jamie Walsh. WAHA board president Peter Churak made the presentation to most valuable player, Keel Brown of Wasps. Well, the MVP trophy is a replica Pattern 3 Rising Sun collar badge as worn by Anzac troops in 1915. And the badge was mounted on printed cards with a short description of its significance. Well, the ladies' event started a year later in 2013. Well, we are just about to get underway here. We're all excited for what we hope will be a cracking fixture between these two sides. Will it be closer than last year? Like we say, it was a comfortable 5-0 victory for Wasps last year. It's certainly like that again. And Wasps in their familiar gold tops, playing from right to left. Vic Park in the black, going from left to right. And it will be Wasps to get this one underway. Just waiting for final nod from the umpires. And away we go. It's lifted out to the far side and well kept in. Well, not kept in. The umpire ruled that it went just over the side. So Vic Park will be able to play it in over on the left-hand side. It's played forward. It's picked up by James Collins. He's going to make his way down the left-hand side. Gets the free hit. We'll be with Ben Taylor. Spread out to the right-hand side here to Shane Benful. Vic Park just happy to keep possession. Played nicely down the line here. It's with Tanemitsu to the baseline. Does well. Into the side. And Wasps do well to get it clear. Get the free hit there. Good play by Wasps. It's with Jamie Walsh. As the wind starts to get up here at the Perth Hockey Stadium. It has been a beautiful autumn afternoon. Perfect conditions for hockey. So Cale Walsh plays it to Matthew Swan. And to Bryn de Bess. Jamie Walsh back to Cale Walsh. Tries to lift it forward. Duncan Pearce couldn't quite get hold of that, so it will be with Vic Park. On the right hand side looking for Jason Gabriel there. It's cut out though, it's with Daniel Rainey. Raiding forward. Does well to keep possession. Comes back to Joe Robinson. Sprayed out to the right hand side. Cale Walsh. Good chance here. Bryn de Bess is at the byline in the circle. Flicks it across. Early chance. Good. Stop there by the keeper. Dom Hurd. Good break by Wasps. And they have got the penalty corner here, in fact. So an early chance for Wasps to get the breakthrough. So a good, lively start to this encounter. It's 3 minutes gone. And for Wasps, it will be Bryn de Bess that goes over to inject. Duncan Pearce is looming on the edge of the circle along with Matthew Swan. And Jamie Walsh is there as well. First opportunity of this encounter. Swan does the stop in. It's well worked and it's in the back of the net. It's drilled through. It was a well-worked penalty corner, and it was put away nicely. The goal scorer was number 7, Duncan Pearce. So the early breakthrough for Wasps, who've dominated this Anzac Day fixture since its start, and have got the perfect start. Not what Vic Park were after at all. Can they respond? So Jack Pamplin. Phil Hulbert. It's going to be a free hit for Wasps. Keen to get on with it. Matthew Swan sprays it out to the right-hand side. Down the line to Paul Robertson. Robertson holds it up, keeps possession well. Wasps on the front foot again, get the free hit. It's drilled into the circle. Will be a long corner. Wasps certainly look in a hurry to get on with things. It's with Matthew Swan. Again, fired into the circle. Falls nicely for Murray McIntyre. And they will get the long corner. Jamie Walsh to take it. Lifts it out towards the right-hand side. Fine pass as well. So Wasp at the moment pushing for a second as Swan looks to keep the ball in there. But it will be a 16 for Vic Park. Just need to regain their composure here after conceding that early goal. But Wasps have come out of their traps flying. Free hit the way of Vic Park. Taken by Phil Hulbert. Plays it back. The build up from this right-hand side. It's with Nick Corner. Towards the edge of the circle. Free hit the way of Wasps. Deemed dangerous. And Jamie Walsh wasn't too happy with that. It's free hit the way of Vic Park. Good play by Brody Sarr, the skipper. Good tempo in the early part of this game. Drilled down the line there by Murray McIntyre. It's going to go straight out, of course, so it will be a 16. And it will be taken by the number 16, Ben Taylor. Taylor again. Nice play there by Ian Bircher. Brings it forward. Finds Thomas Sasha. It's a corner. Sasha Thomas again into the circle. 4 for Swan, who can bring it away. Maybe now a chance here for Wasps to hit on the counter. It's with Paul Robertson. He's got Swan in front of him, but elects to come inside, then does eventually go out to that right-hand side. Wasps pushing forward again. Could be a chance here, but just couldn't get the stick on it. On the edge of the circle, it's with Swan. Into the D they go. Vic Park managed to get it away. But Wasps looking dangerous every time they do attack. It's been a really bright start to this game. Wasps leading by a goal to 0. With Duncan Pearce getting the goal. With Phil Hulbert. On to Peter Keenes. Wasps got plenty of bodies back as Vic Park push forward, trying to get back into this game. Trying to work it down the left-hand side with Nick Corner. Into the circle. Scrambled away. Will be a long corner. Here come Wasps. It's played down the line. Travis College will chase that one. But it's Vic Park who will mop it up. Nice pass down this right-hand side. Here's a chance for Tanemitsu to get away down the right, the import. He's just stopped in his track, so he comes back to James Collins. Vic Park seeing plenty of possession here. Failing to cause Wasps too many problems. Here's Swan out to the left-hand side. Reverse stick plays it forward, as College does well. Could be a chance here for Wasps, but it's mopped up at the back by Ben Taylor. So Vic Park will again try to build up from the back. It's a sea of yellow shirts in front of them. Good skills there by Shane Benfull. Wasps could be an opportunity here. Well, I was going to say a chance for Vic Park, but the umpire has awarded a free hit. Which Jamie Walsh will take. So Jamie Walsh. Walsh looking for options. This pass was initially cut out. Could be a chance here for Wasps to turn away. It's going to be a long corner. Came off Ben Taylor. And they're into the circle at the baseline. Wasps got plenty of bodies back. It's going to be a long corner again. It's good play by Lachlan Sampson. Certainly showing good endeavour. Jamie Walsh again. Elects to come back this time. Oh, and it's a loose pass. We'll go out on the far side, and this gives Vic Park now a chance to get some bodies forward. Brody Sarr. And Wasps again now breaking down the right-hand side. Fed through. Just couldn't get the stick on it. It'll be a 16 for Vic Park. We have it with Sasha Thomas down the left-hand side. Hits it long, but it's not going to find Jason Gabriel. It'll be a 16 for Wasps, who have the early lead. They're only just joining us. They lead by a goal to nil. I'd like to thank our sponsors for making this afternoon's live stream possible. That's Fortescue, the new Force in iron ore, Osdrill, Tiger Turf, Danks Furniture, and Kookaburra. As here come Wasps again. Could be an opportunity on the reverse stick, and it's flashed across the face of goal. Just inches wide from Murray McIntyre, who's on the score sheet in this fixture 12 months ago. Came close again there. And it's Swan. Comes in field to Daniel Rainey. Good play by Rainey. Just runs away from him, but he manages to keep it in. Good skills on the baseline. And he's earned the long corner. Taken by Joe Robinson. Out to the right-hand side. Free hit. Dangerous play there. But Wasps do look the more dangerous of the two sides when they get in the attacking areas of the pitch. Vic Park having their fair share of possession, but just can't make it count where it counts. as that's a sloppy pass. Goes over the side. Jamie Walsh comes out to Joe Robinson. Gets the free hit, self passes. Just can't find Swan. Brody Sarr brings it away. Gets the free hit. There's Brody Sarr. Gets another free hit. It's coming off the foot of Bryn de Bess. As we're approaching the final seconds of this first quarter, it's flown by. And it's Wasps that lead by a goal to nil. Just couldn't pick out Aidan Lowe's there. Almost would have presented Vic Park with one last opportunity before the first quarter is up. But maybe one last chance here for Wasps. They're going to have to be quick. And that is the siren. And is the end of the first quarter. An action-packed first quarter as well here at the Perth Hockey Stadium. But it's Wasps who've dominated this fixture in years gone by, who lead again. They got an early breakthrough with a fine finish from Duncan Pearce. Can Vic Park get back in to this one? We will see when we return for the second quarter. But for now, it's Vic Park 0, Wasps 1. Welcome back to the Perth Hockey Stadium. Start of the second quarter. Vic Park 0, Wasps 1. Goal by Duncan Pearce, separating the two sides. And it is Wasps that have had the better of this game so far. And have gone close to adding a second. Can Vic Park find their way back into it? History would suggest no, but of course this is a new game and a chance for them. But we know that Wasps can certainly score plenty of goals, scoring 17 in their last two games. And it's easy to see why, the way they've been on the front foot in this game virtually from the off. Vic Park haven't been particularly high scorers, although they did score 6 against Hale in their first game. 2 against Old Quinians, and then 1 against Curtin. So they have drawn their last 2, Vic Park. yet to be beaten this season. And Wasps, they did lose their opening game 7-3 against Melville, but here come Wasps pushing forward again. Daniel Rainey manages to keep possession. It's into the circle. Reverse stick across the face, but it's going to be a free hit. This is hit long. It's going to go all the way through. It'll have to be played in from the side, right down by the corner. So Cale Walsh. In fact, it is going to be 16. The Swan. Cale Walsh, or Jamie Walsh. Changes coming thick and fast here. It's Phil Hulbert back on for Vic Park. Let's drill forward. There could be an opportunity here for Vic Park. It's Thomas through. Into the circle he goes, and he drills it home. Kept his composure. Had plenty of time to think about that, Sasha Thomas. And he stuck it away beautifully to get Vic Park back on level terms. Just what they needed. That'll give them confidence. The long ball forward was well picked up by Sasha Thomas. Like I say, he had a lot to think about. Kept his calm and put it away beautifully. So 1-1 here at the Perth Hockey Stadium. It's game on. As Wasps coming forward with Dylan Deere. Get the long corner. It's with Deere again. So from a neutral point of view, it's probably just what the game needed, that equaliser for Vic Park. It's with Jack Pamplin. Import Tanemitsu from Japan. Lifts it long down the line. Looking for Gabriel. Wasps can deal with that. Brody Sarr over on the far side to play it in from the side. Self passes and then goes down the line to Pamplin. Pamplin in a hurry to get on with things there, but it was a free hit the way of Wasps. With Cale Walsh. Lays it to Matthew Swan. Swan switches, goes over to the right-hand side. Get the free hit. Cale Walsh. Looking for options. Elects to go short to Jamie Walsh. Cale on this occasion can't control it, goes out over the side on the far side. Brody Sarr will dash over, take it, self passes, got skills to go around his man, raids forward, then plays it forward, looking for Hulbert, but Swan is on hand to clear the danger. It's lifted long. Cut out there by Daniel Rainey. Chance now to raid forward here with Rainey. Keeps it well. tries to pick out Duncan Pearce. Pearce gets it into the circle. Free hit though the way of Vic Park. Wasps again. Paul Robertson. Again, another goal scorer from this fixture last year. Is it Swan? Tries to find him again at the byline, cuts it back. It's going to be a penalty corner. So a chance here for Wasps. The second penalty corner of the game so far. 0 so far. Will be Joe Robinson to go down to the baseline to inject. Again, Duncan Pearce looming along with Swan. Brandon Gibbs. And it's a great save. Fantastic save to keep the scores level. Will be a long corner. And Vic Park can get it away, but Dom Hurd really did well to pull off an excellent reaction save there, but Wasps come forward again. They're going to get another penalty corner here. Second in quick succession. What a fine save though by Dom Hurd. Just flashed in. Did well to keep his side on level terms. Vic Park 1, Wasps 1. We're halfway through the second quarter here at the Perth Hockey Stadium. Again, it will be Joe Robinson to go down and inject. The usual suspects on the edge of the circle. It's flashed in again, and this time it is in the back of the net. And it was, again, Duncan Pearce getting his second goal of the game. Well, Dom Hurd did well to keep out the first one. There was little he could do about that. And Duncan Pearce making it 2-1 to Wasps. So Vic Park find themselves behind again. They're proving they can draw level. We'll take heart from that. The Vitacanis brothers just can't combine there. As it goes over the side. Park again, build up from the back. It's with Ben Taylor under pressure here. Does well though. But eventually loses out, and now Wasps back on the attack with Lachlan Sampson. It's going to be a free hit. Will be taken by Jamie Walsh. Drilled into the circle. Free hit the way of Vic Park. Which Ben Taylor will take. It's back with Wasps. Looking to double their advantage. It's cleared away. It's with Brody Sarp. Given away again though, cheaply. Park just can't find a way through at the moment. Good play there by Bryn de Bess. And Vic Park do get possession. They're giving it away cheaply. It's not helping matters as they try to get back into this one and level matters once again. down the line. 16 for Vic Park. We've got just under 5 minutes of this second quarter left to play. Corner does well to keep possession there, but really good pressing by Wasps, not giving Vic Park a second. Thought that had gone over the side. Be taken by Brody Sarr. In fact, he's going to leave it. It's going to be Nick Corner. Plays it to Sarr. Good play by Sarr, great skill. Plays it through, could be a chance here. Great defending. And Wasps get the free hit. James Collins almost allowed to break into the circle there. So that's lifted long. Takes one bounce and into the crowd. There is a good crowd here at the Perth Hockey Stadium this afternoon. Anzac Day, of course, public holiday. People coming along to watch some hockey, to no doubt paying their respects to the fallen. It's with Tanemitsu, Japanese import, does well. Gets the free hit, self-passes, and he's going to get a penalty corner. So good play by Tanemitsu. And a chance for Vic Park to hit back, a rare chance from the penalty corner. As they trail by 2-1. So it will be Jason Gabriel. He goes down to the baseline to inject. Sasha Thomas, the goal scorer, is on the edge of the circle along with Brody Sarr. This is drilled in, it's a great save, well blocked. Maybe a chance now for Wasps to hit on the counter-attack as it's sprayed over to this left-hand side. It's with Murray McIntyre. Into the circle it goes. It's well defended initially, but Wasps still in possession with Rainey. Twisting and turning, gets the free hit, self-plays, self-passes. He's skipping his way through there, and Wasps still applying the pressure. Big Park getting bodies back and eventually getting the free hit. What a good save by Wasps goalkeeper James Richardson moments ago from that penalty corner. Kept his side in front. And the quick counter-attack almost resulted in a goal. Here come Vic Park again. It's unlucky as Wasps get the free hit. Jack Pamplin was trying to weave his way through. Swan plays it nicely down the line. Finds Murray McIntyre, trying to get to the baseline. Swan, good skill, driving forward, plays it into the circle. It's cleared away. Be a long corner. Just come playing Paul Robertson there. Swan. It's with Cale Walsh. It's well controlled in the end. Comes off the stick of Brody Sarr, so it will be a long corner. Taking an age to get the ball here. Cale Walsh. free hit the way of Wasps as they continue to apply the pressure. It's lifted over to the right-hand side. Swan brings it down well. Drives it into the D, but it's well mopped up at the back by Nick Corner. Certainly Paul Robertson applying pressure down there by the corner. Free hit goes the way of Vic Park. Final seconds of this second quarter. We've got a cracking game in store here, as it is Wasps who have edged back in front. So Vic Park getting themselves back in the game thanks to a fine finish from Sasha Thomas to make it 1-1. But it's Duncan Pearce who got his second of the game from a penalty corner to put his side back in front. So at half-time, it is Vic Park 1, Wasps 2. Welcome back to the Perth Hockey Stadium for the second half of this Premier 1 encounter between Vic Park and Wasps. And we've had a cracking game so far. It is Wasps that are edging it by 2-1. Duncan Pearce, the man of the moment so far, getting 2 goals. But Sasha Thomas has kept Vic Park in it. As we get the second half and third quarter underway, and it's immediately lifted long towards Gabriel. Here come Vic Park with James Collins, but it's cut out. Now a chance for Wasps to attack. It's with Swan over on the left-hand side. Looks up. In the end, has to come all the way back. It's cut out. Goes over the side. Will be played back in by Cale Walsh. It's Brody Sarr. Maybe a chance here now for Vic Park. Gabriel to hit on the counter. Plenty of Wasps bodies back though. And they manage to deal with it quite comfortably in the end. Do apologise, number 23 isn't down on the team sheet. Trying to spot the name on the back of his shirt. Potentially Lewis Barrett. Got to feel him. Back from playing for the WA State under-18 side. Here's Swan, feeds it through. Duncan Pearce just couldn't quite control that one. It's back with Swan. With Barrett into the circle, feeds it on, and it's in the back of the net. It was a well-worked goal. Barrett feeding Daniel Rainey, who poked it home, and it's Wasps who have doubled their advantage and now lead by 3-1. Daniel Rainey getting the goal, but all credit there to the number 23, Lewis Barrett. Working his way into the circle, and now Vic Park really do have it all to do. And they're trying to counter-attack here. It's lifted long. In fact, Barrett has just come off, and he has got Barrett on the back of his shirt, so he is indeed the number 23. Free hit goes the way of Vic Park. Just like to thank our sponsors for making this live stream possible. Fortescue, the new force in iron ore, Osdrill, Tiger Turf, Dansk Furniture, and Kookaburra. As Wasps come forward looking for the fourth, but it goes over, and it's with Jason and Gabriel. Can't find a way down that right-hand sideline though, and it's Wasps who do have it back with Murray McIntyre. Does well, try to get to the byline, just can't poke it back into the circle. It will be a 16 for Vic Park. But Wasps again, very much on the front foot in this third quarter. Vic Park somehow have to try and find a way of getting back into it. It's played out towards the right-hand side, looking for Gabriel. It goes over the side. the floodlights are on here at the Perth Hockey Stadium now as the sun starts to go down on Anzac Day. We've been treated to a fine game of hockey here. Earlier on in the day, it was the turn of the ladies, with Vic Park running out 3-0 winners. But their men's side are struggling to repeat that, although they're coming forward here. James Collins just earning the long corner. Collins will take it. Just probing away here, Vic Park. It's with Brody Starr out to the right-hand side. Into the circle, it goes as a touch. And it is a goal. Just trying to see who it came off. It looks as though Jason Gabriel is the man claiming it. It was drilled into the circle. And Jason Gabriel is taking the credit for it and has got Vic Park back into this one. So it's not over yet by any stretch of the imagination. Just as Wasps keep edging in front, Vic Park are refusing to give up and come fighting back. Here's Swan. Pass cut out. So now Vic Park have their tails up. Clearly lifted by getting a goal back. It's with Hulbert. It's going to come out to Ben Taylor. To Hulbert. Suddenly Vic Park is spraying it around with confidence. Say that commentator's curse, it just goes out on the far side. As Tanemitsu struggled to keep it in. Good play there by Nick Corner. Under pressure. Does Vic Park get the free hit? With Ian Bircher. Just can't find Sasha Thomas, who got the first goal for Vic Park. Vic Park will be encouraged by getting that goal back. Wasps lead by 3 goals to 2. Certainly closer than it was last year when Wasps ran out 5-0 winners. Here's Swan. Been treated to see Matthew Swan in action this afternoon. And Kookaburra, who's not away with the rest of the Australian side for the FIH Pro League game against New Zealand. But the fans will be enjoying watching him this afternoon. Here come Wasps again. Murray McIntyre. I think we might see, well, the umpire just having a word here. And we are going to get a green card. It's a couple of minutes on the sidelines there for the Vic Park player. Vic Park will attempt to play it forward down, but it's now back with Wasps, who have a real chance. Goes into the circle towards the goal scorer Pierce, but Vic Park get it away. That was a let off. Pierce has been clinical so far this afternoon. It's well cut out by Jamie Walsh. And now Wasps will try and build up down this right hand side. It's with Daniel Rainey. Good defending though by Sasha Thomas. All of a sudden, we have a very even game on our hands here. Not much to separate these two sides at the moment, apart from the one goal. As Wasps lead 3-2. Got 5 minutes of this third quarter remaining. Brody Sarr plays it out to the right-hand side. Be played back in from the side for Wasps. Jason Gabriel chasing down there. Just back with Dylan Deere. Sprays it out to the left-hand side again. Patient build-up play here by Wasps as Lachlan Sampson, real live wire, turns away again. He's got the free hit. Swan is going to take self-passes. Twisting and turning to the byline. Getting bodies back though. And Vic Park and defending the situation well as it's lifted out towards this right-hand side. It's controlled by Brandon Gibbs. Good defending by Brody Sarr though. Good block by the skipper for Vic Park with Mitten. Just runs away from him. Does get the free hit though, Mitten. Comes down this right-hand side, but it's well cut out by Brody Sarr, sliding in. Wasps just starting to get a grip of the game again. As I say that, almost a chance for, and it, oof, with free hit goes the way of Vic Park. Sloppy by Vic Park, and it has gone over the side. Will be taken. Paul Robertson self passes. Bit of a let off there for Vic Park. Tell you it was James Collins who got the green card earlier. He is now back on the pitch, and here come Vic Park played down the line, and it's well kept in the end. Oh, it's just run over the line. So it'll be a 16 for Wasps. We're into the last 3 minutes of the third quarter. We're on a knife edge here at the Perth Hockey Stadium as Wasps lead by 3-2. It's lifted long into the circle. Well dealt with though by Ian Bircher. Nice play by Daniel Rainey. It's crowded out by bodies. Gets the free hit though. Matthew Swan. Opportunity, and it's drilled just into the side. Really did open up on that far side. It's well struck, but just wide of the post. The 16 taken by James Collins. Was Brandon Gibbs with that shot just moments ago. Just given away there. It's back with Rainey. This comes up off the stick. Be a free hit the way of Vic Park. Again will be taken by James Collins. Shane Benfield, sorry. Here is Collins. Collins again. Doing well down the left-hand side. Cuts in field. Into the circle. Excellent mopping up from Jamie Walsh. Free hit the way of Wasps. It was good play though by Collins moments ago. Again, the seconds ticking on this third quarter. And Wasps appears to be in no great hurry. So they lead by 3 goals to 2. Lifted long. And that is the end of the third quarter. So this game really on a knife edge going into the final quarter. It is Wasps that keep pulling away, but certainly Victoria Park going nowhere, as a fine goal taken well by Jason Gabriel, touching it home from close range, has got them back into this one. So at 3/4 time, it's Vic Park 2, Wasps 3. Welcome back to the Perth Hockey Stadium here at Curtin University for the final quarter of this clash between Vic Park and Wasps. And we're set up for a cracker of a final quarter as Wasps are shading it by 3 goals to 2. And Vic Park, of course, never won this Anzac Day clash between the two sides, and will be desperate to do so, or even just get a share of the points. But they're still in it. They refuse to go away. Wasps keep threatening to run away with it, but Vic Park come fighting back. Let's see what they can do in the final 15 minutes here. As here is Duncan Pearce, scorer of 2 goals for Wasps. Goes in to the circle. It's going to be a long corner. It's with Rainey, the other goal scorer for Wasps. It's kept in by Lachlan Sampson. It's Taylor that deals with it well. He's looked a live wire over on that left-hand side as Lachlan Sampson. Wasps happy to build up from the back again. It's with Jamie Walsh. A bit loose with a pass, but it's well recovered by Brenda Bess. But Vic Park in the end get the free hit. It's with the import from Japan, Tane Mitsu. Over on the far-hand side with Shane Benful. Into the circle it goes, as Gabriel just can't quite control it. That allows Wasps to get it away. Played down this right-hand side, it's with Barrett. And on to Swan, nice play by Swan, plays it in, looking for Barrett. Could open up here if he can just drive into the circle. Kind of keeps possession, but then puts it behind. Certainly good interchange of passing and play there between Swan and Barrett. Given away by Gabriel. Free hit goes away at Vic Park. The Wasps player's not too happy with that decision from our umpire. Just like to thank our sponsors again for making this live stream possible this afternoon. Fortescue, the new force in iron ore, Osdrill, Tiger Turf, Dance Furniture and Kookaburra. Collins just can't keep that in. Almost a chance to get away down the left-hand side. Will be taken by Ben Taylor. Comes back to Ian Bircher. This one, Benfull. Cuts out by Swan. Gets the free hit. Benfull again. Drills it straight behind. 16 for Wasps to Swan. Plays it forward to Rainey. Rainey forward again. Oh, just couldn't get a touch. Paul Robertson. There's a long corner. Swan takes it quickly. It's with Brody Sarr. Wasps and Cale Walsh to Swan down the right hand side. Good play by Swan, driving towards the byline into the circle. It's going to be a 16 for Vic Park. Here come Vic Park. Well dealt with at the back by Wasps. It's with Swan. As we approach the final 10 minutes of this game, there's going to be one last twist in the tail, or maybe a couple of twists. Plenty of time for it. Another free hit for Vic Park. Wasps lead 3-2. It's with James Collins. Over to Tanemitsu. He's looking for Brody Sarr there. And this is excellent play down the left-hand side for Wasps. It can be kept in. It's cut back. Just can't find the stick there of Lachlan Sampson. Played by Swan again. Pearce just can't quite keep it in. Certainly not much between the two sides at the moment, just a goal. Dylan Deere goes down the line to Bryn DeBess, who can't keep it in. And here come Vic Park into the circle. It's cleared away. There's Aidan Lowe's there, the number 9. Will be played in from the side. Now, Wasps have it with Bryn DeBess. But he loses that battle there with Sasha Thomas. Pearce has it for Wasps. That pass is cut out. It's going to be a free hit for Wasps though. Umpire pointing that out. So 8 minutes to go here at the Perth Hockey Stadium, Curtin University. And Wasps are leading 3-2. Vic Park probing away. It's down the left-hand side. It's cut out well there by Dia. Dia again has it down there. It's lifted forward. But it does present an opportunity for Vic Park to come straight back. It's with Nick Corner. Looks up, thinks about spraying it out to the right, but comes back. Does eventually get out to that right-hand side. So with Tanemitsu. Oof, he's drilled in towards the circle. It's going to be a free hit. So Wasps will be feeling they'd like to get another, just to try and see this game out. While there's only one goal in it, of course, there is a good chance that Vic Park can snatch an equaliser. So on the right-hand side, Shane Benful to Tanemitsu into the D. Wasps get it away. As the clock is ticking on this men's Premier 1 encounter. Will be played in from the side by Tanemitsu. Could be a chance here now to break away. It is Pearce. Is he going to go in his own place? It's to Barrett. Barrett tries to play back to Pearce, and between the two of them, well, they get it wrong, and it's a real let-off for Wasps on that occasion. It was 2 against 1 at one point. That really would have sealed it, you would have thought. Here's Swan skipping away. And it's in the back of the net. It's a fine finish, and it's going to be, is it? No, it's going to be penalty. It's going to be a long corner. That's Wasps. Will build up from the left-hand side now. It's well cut out. Excellent play by Brandon Gibbs. Weaving. He's got the free hit just on the edge of the circle, which Swan will take quickly. It's drilled across again. Managed to get it away, Wasps. Vic Park. So we're into the last 4 minutes. And Wasps have this slender 3-2 advantage. Vic Park hanging in there. And they've still got a chance to rescue something from this. It's lifted forward. Well cut out there by Joe Robinson. This corner self-passes. Puts the ball into the circle. It's going to be a long corner. Brody Sarr, skipper. Over on the right-hand side. So Wasps have just under 3 minutes to see out to pick up the 3rd victory in 4 games. Vic Park, unless they can rescue something in this last couple of minutes, will be slipping to their first defeat of the new season, having won 1 and drawn 2 of their 3 games so far. Here it is with McIntyre. Again, McIntyre gets it back down in the corner. Benfield does well to get it back. Wasps desperately need to get it up the other end of the park. That's why Benfield cracks it forward. Does go out. Will be go the way of Vic Park. We're into the last 2 minutes. The clock is ticking, literally. And it could be, well, it's going to be a free hit the way of Wasps. Gabriel not too impressed with that decision. Wasps coming down the right-hand side, can't be kept in there by Bryn de Bess. You need to get a move on Vic Park. It's with Brody Sarr, gets the free hit. Is there going to be one final sting in this game? It's played over on the far side. Wasps 3, Vic Park 2. And Wasps certainly will be happy to take their time. This is lifted long. It's going to skip all the way through. Got to get a hurry on, Vic Park. 45 seconds remaining. Play forward, Swan will cut it out. It's crowded out by black shirts, but does well, Swan, to retain possession. Uses his class and experience. It's with Cale Walsh. Gonna keep it down by the corner. Vic Park desperately trying to wrestle it back. And the free hit has gone the way of Wasps, and that's probably going to be it. As the clock ticks, and Wasps are on their way to victory. And disappointment for Vic Park, who ran Wasps close, that's for sure. But Wasps' dominance of this Anzac Day game continues. It was an impressive performance from them, and certainly the hero was Duncan Pearce with 2 goals, Daniel Rainey getting the 3rd, but Vic Park dug in, refused to roll over and give in. Sasha Thomas and Jason Gabriel getting the goals for Vic Park. So fantastic game of hockey in the men's Premier 1 at Perth Hockey Stadium. It finished Vic Park 2, Wasps 3.